Hello, good morning, children. I thought this is a better way of teaching than the previous method, so that I can explain on this screen itself. I can do the explanation. So I hope all of you are doing well. And in the previous lessons, we have completed up to the various types of bacteria based on their shape. We studied about the various shapes of bacteria, and then the types of bacteria based on the arrangement of the flagella surrounding its membrane. And then we have studied about the categorization of bacteria based on its nutrition, mode of gaining of carbon and energy, what are depending on what are the sources of carbon and energy. We learned about the categorization of bacteria basing on that. So this is up to that we learned in the previous classes. Now I told you in this session, let's study about another important aspect of bacteria, that is the mode of sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction that is seen in bacteria. So the main aim of sexual reproduction is it's just exchange of genetic material. Exchange of genetic material is the main aspect of sexual reproduction. So coming to the case of the bacteria, in bacteria there are three different types of sexual reproductions. So let's discuss about each one by one. The first one is conjugation. Conjugation, the first mode of sexual reproduction. And this conjugation, the method of conjugation was discovered by two important biologists, that is Lederberg and Totem. Lederberg and Totem. These are the scientists in the year 1946. In the year 1946, in a bacterium called as E. coli, that is Escherichia coli. In a bacteria called as E. coli, in 1946, Lederberg and Totem, they discovered the process of conjugation. So what is conjugation and what does conjugation involve? So conjugation involves two categories of bacteria, that is the first type is called as the first category of cells are called as the F positive cells, bacterial cells, and the other category is called as F negative cells. Why they are categorized in this method is F plus cells means the cells which possess the F plasmid. We have discussed about plasmids in the previous class. So the cells, the bacterial cells that possess the F plasmids are called as the F positive cells, and the cells which are devoid of the F plasmids are called as the F negative cells, that is F minus cells. And this F positive cells are also called as the donor cells, and these cells are called as the recipient cells. The F minus cells are called as the recipient cells, and the F plus cells are called as the donor cells. Donor cells. So during the time of conjugation, what happens is the F plus cells or the donor cells, they possess certain structures which are called as the sex pilus, and with this sex pilus they grab hold of another bacterial cell, and in between these two bacterial cells a minute tube, a small tube occurs. This tube is called as the conjugation tube. This tube is called as the conjugation tube, and through this tube there will be the exchange of genetic material, that is the F plasmid from F plus cell, that, or you can call it as the donor cell, enters into the recipient cell through a tubular structure which is called as the conjugation tube. And before the process of exchange of genetic material takes place, replication of the F plasmid also takes place in the donor cell. That is, it duplicates or it doubles, the F plasmid doubles itself. And so the F plasmid exchange of F plasmid takes place. When the F plasmid enters into the recipient cell through the conjugation tube, the two bacteria separate from each other, and the process of conjugation is complete, is over after the transfer of genetic material. So in this manner, the conjugation process takes place. Whereas coming to the next type of sexual reproduction that is seen in the bacterial cells, that's the second one. First we learnt about the conjugation. Now coming to the second method, that is what is called as transformation. 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 This is another mode of reproduction that is seen, and this transformation was first discovered by two eminent scientists who are called as Frederick and Griffith. Frederick and Griffith. These are the scientists who discovered the process of sexual reproduction in that is transformation in the year 1928. This process of reproduction was seen in the year 1928 in a bacterium which is called as Streptococcus pneumonia. In a group of bacterial cells which are called as Streptococcus pneumonia. Streptococcus pneumonia. In that bacterial cell, the process of transformation was first identified by Frederick and Griffith in the year 1928. In the year 1928. This is a simple form. This is just absorption of plasmids or naked DNA fragments from the surroundings. The bacterial cell, what it does is, from the surroundings, it just uptakes or it attracts the naked DNA fragments that are present in its surroundings. They are absorbed or they are taken up by the bacterial cell. So this mode of taking up genetic material is called as transformation, and this was discovered by Frederick and Griffith. Frederick and Griffith are the members who identified this mode of transformation, this mode of sexual reproduction. And the third one and the last one is another mode of reproduction, sexual reproduction, which is called as transduction. So transduction is transduction was first discovered by Lederberg and Zinder. Transduction was discovered by Lederberg and Zinder in the year 1951. In the year 1951, in a group of bacterial cells which are called as Salmonella typhimurium. Salmonella, in the year 1951, in the bacterial cells called as Salmonella typhimurium. So in this bacteria, the process of transduction was first discovered by Lederberg and Zinder in the year 1951 in a group of bacteria which are called as Salmonella typhimurium. Here you have the involvement of another organism, infection causing organism, which is called as the bacteriophage virus. So through this bacteriophage, the exchange of genetic material takes place from one bacterial cell to another bacterial cells with the involvement of another virus that causes infection in bacterial cell, which is called as the bacteriophage virus. So the exchange of genetic material takes place with the help of this organism, which is called as the bacteriophage. So so far we have learned the sexual reproduction, which involves three types of sexual reproduction. That is, first one is conjugation, then second one transformation, and then the third one transduction. So these are all important for 2-mark questions. I hope you are writing the running notes. So this is the various methods of sexual reproduction seen in bacterial cells. And coming to another small topic is left over here. With this we will complete the first chapter, that is about the bacterial cells. Nothing but about the uses or harmful effects of bacterial cells. That's why the bacteria are called as the bacteria. So the bacterial cells, they are also called as the friends and foe of humanity. They are called as the friends and foe of humanity. As you know the meaning of friends, and foe means enemies. So they are normally when we hear the term bacteria or microbes, immediately we have we get a thought in mind that they are dangerous, but they are dangerous as well as they are useful also. Without the involvement of the microbial world, the life will not be possible on earth. So the bacteria are equally, they are harmful as well as they are useful. So we all know that the curd that we consume daily, it is nothing but the lactobacillus bacteria. And then there are several disease causing bacteria also, like you have Salmonella typhimurium causing typhoid, Vibrio cholera causing cholera. So you have other organisms. Tetanus is also caused by bacterium. So you have so many bacteria which cause human diseases: tetanus, clostridium tetani. And not only to the humans, bacteria cause diseases in the plants also. Diseases are caused by bacteria. For example, you have a disease called as blight of rice. This is caused by a bacterium called as Xanthomonas oryzae. Xanthomonas oryzae is a bacterium which causes this disease called as the blight of rice. And another disease caused to the citrus plants is citrus canker, caused by Xanthomonas xenopodis. So like that you have the bacteria which cause diseases both to humans as well as to the plants. And coming to the uses, the bacteria are also used as biosensors. The bacteria are also used as biosensors. That is another important use of bacterial cells. Biosensors. So they are these as biosensors. The bacteria are very useful in identifying the extent of pollution or the extent of toxic materials that are present in an atmosphere, that can be identified by making use of bacterial cells. So that's why they are very useful. And also in the field of biotechnology, the bacteria, they play a key role in the biotechnology. That is the genetic makeup of the bacterial cells is altered, and new strains, genetic makeup is altered, and new strains of bacteria are made for the betterment of humanity. And those new strains are used for the production of several enzymes, several other things which are useful in the beverage industries. And in the medicinal point of view, the genetic makeup of this bacterial strains is altered through the genetic engineering. Through genetic engineering, this is done. And then the various useful effects of bacteria are exhausted through the genetic engineering, and they are made for the betterment of humanity. So about all these things we will learn in the